today, as you're doing that, I'm passing out an activity sheet that we're going to do. So once we finish with our deep breathing, you can go ahead and put your name on there and the date. Own it, right? We own it in my class. Exactly. Okay, so one more big inhale. Stretch, yawn, whatever you need to do. And open your eyes. Okay, so first what we want to do is we want to review our key terms, right? You know I'm big on vocabulary. So here is our first term from yesterday. Say it. Traits. Good job. Let's spell it. Traits. Say it. What is it? Do you remember? In your own words, how would you define traits? Okay? Excellent. Good idea. Yep. Excellent. Good. Again, it's the observable. Observable. What does that mean? Like we can see, right? Or maybe hear. Okay. And what's that next big word? Characteristics. Right? Exactly. Good. That are, what does it say? Past. Exactly. Good job. Down from parent to... Now remember, we're not the only people in the animal kingdom, right? So a lot of times we will use the word like species, but for today we'll do to child. Exactly. So it's passed down from your parents to you. Okay, good. All right, our next word, say it, heredity. Spell it, Heredity. What is it? What does heredity mean? Okay, we kind of already discussed it. Isn't that nice? It's again the passing of characteristics, and that could be what? Give me an example. Eye color, good. Yes? Hair color, good. Remember, we're going to do a lab tomorrow, which will be fun about. Right, the shape of the ear. Exactly. All these traits, okay? That again, we must pass down from parent to child, or if we're talking about other species, we use the word what? Offspring. Good job. Okay? Finally, genetics. What did I say ICS means in word parts? Latin, Greek, right? Pertaining to, okay? Anything with G-E-N-E is like the beginning, a beginner, new, right? So genetics. So what is genetics? It's the study of heredity. Exactly. Okay, so you have, while you guys were doing your meditation, I passed out to you our worksheets for today, okay? And we're going to adjust this a little bit. I'm an environmental scientist. I believe in renew, reuse, recycle. So they use pom-poms in this activity. Rather than, spend money on that, I'll just use paper. It's fine. And some of the coloring, I didn't have those colors, so I adjusted them a little bit. All right, so let me show you a map kind of what you are going to be doing, okay? And we're going to deal with your father's side, and, grandfather, grandmother. And they have different colors. Grandfather is red. Grandma is orange. Okay. And for your, that was your mother's side. I apologize. For your grandfather, for your father will be B for black. And grandmother will be green. All right. So what you're going to do is you are actually going to... And again, if you look at the handout, it's saying to close your eyes. You're probably going to knock over all these cups, right? So what I want you to do with your eyes open is actually pick up the cup. And they said to count 3, Okay? 3 possible traits from your grandfather. And again, that's on your mother's side. Okay, you put that cup down. All right. And then you're going to get 3, all right, from your cups from your grandmother on your mother's side. Okay, and we're going to mix those up a little bit later. All right, so now let's go to your father's side. So, black for grandfather, for your father. Okay, so black. Okay, 2 and 3. And then from your grandmother, who created your father, we'll pick 3 in this green. 1. Okay. And 2. Keep everything organized. And 3. All right, very good. Now, here's where the trick comes in. Remember, okay, when we're talking about traits, pretty much you're going to get half from your mother, half from your father. But why are we all unique? Because the combination, there's so many combinations, right? As to whether you have blue eyes, green eyes, black hair, red hair, blonde hair, how tall you are, what your ears look like, actually what your face shape is like, all kinds of things. Okay, so what you want to do now is kind of shake up, okay, what you got for your mother. Now you don't want to look. Now I don't care if you're going to look away or actually close your eyes, whatever you feel comfortable, but you're going to pick, okay, and you're going to pick for all of the children. See, there's Mary, George, Elizabeth, and Carl, right? Okay, so pick 1 for each child. Just throw it in there. Don't even look at the colors. Who cares? That's for Mary. That's for George. This is for Elizabeth. And this is for Carl. Okay, good. So we got 1 from each, from the mother's side. And then from the father's side, okay, again, just kind of mix it up. Don't look. All right. And then you'll put 1 in for each child. Again, just don't look, just random. That's how it is. Believe us. Believe it or not, all of us are random. Random creatures. Okay, and I lost a few, so that's okay. I'll just mix them back up. Pick 1 more for Carl. Okay. And then we'll put this down. Alright, so let's take a look at our handout. Alright. So essentially that's what we've been doing. Okay. Now, if you look, this is so cool. Don't you love gingerbreads? Right? The gingerbread man. Exactly. Okay, so you can see at the top we have our grandparents from the mother and the father's side. Then we have our mom and dad, all right? And then us, so to speak, the kids, okay? So what you want to do is you want to color in. See how they get the little pom-poms, right? Okay, and remember that for you got your colors there. I gave you your markers, okay? Or for some, I had to do either colored pencils or crayons. Doesn't matter. Just remember for grandfather A, okay? And that's going to correlate to your mother. That's red. Okay, so then grandmother A is orange. I changed the color because, like I said, I didn't have the colors. You can just scratch out the color on the worksheet and change it to orange. Okay, good. And then grandfather B for your father is black. Okay, and grandfather B for your mother is green. Okay, and remember, this isn't dealing with like our actual physical color. It's just dealing with a certain trait from these grandparents. Okay, very fine. All right, so now what I want you to do is take a look in your mother cup, all right? And go ahead and color in. See where they got the pom-poms? Color in the colors that you have in there. You might have red, some orange, okay? Then you'll do the same for the father, all right? So take a look at the father's cup, okay? See the colors that you have in there, and go ahead and color those in for the father, all right? Now what's interesting is each of you individually selected, right, pom-poms, or paper in our sense, but pom-poms. So no one from this point, probably not, very few will have the same exact results for the children. And that's good. That's what this is all about, is to try to tell you that, yeah, it's a total, hit or miss, It's a variety, okay? We cannot guess nor tell exactly what's going to end up as a result, okay? So what you want to do for each child, let's start with Mary. Okay, so Mary, you want to look at the colors in your cup for Mary, all right? And then you want to go ahead and color in those specific colors for her,